Yo, what up? It's your boy Chad back with another video. Back on Angel Time. I want to first ask if you guys get the like button on the way into the video. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it means everything to me. And if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the tribe. Alright, so let's get up. If you guys look at the title of the video, I named it Green Flags Men Notice About Women While on Semen Retention. Green flags men notice about women while they are on semen retention. And the reason I'm making this video is because nowadays we always talk about the Jezebel, the Herodias, the Vashti, or we always talk about all the red flags in women. And I want to make this video to bring out the green flags. Like I want to talk about the Esthers, the Ruths, like the good women of the world. Like I said, we always talk about the bad women, and we always want to paint all women to be bad, but there are a lot of good, God-fearing women out there, and that's why I'm making this video. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. Number one, and of course this had to be number one, she is a woman of God. And being a woman of God means she's instructed and submitted to all the laws of God, meaning she follows the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of her abilities. She knows the hierarchy in relationships, meaning that she knows that she's under the man and that the man should be under Jesus and that Jesus should be under God. And that is the godly hierarchy. So she understands that hierarchy. And also, a woman of God is submitted under the true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not this mother God that I'm hearing about nowadays, because I seen an interview with Beyonce's reference Mother God, and all these women nowadays are saying they serve Mother God or whatever like that. But I don't even know who Mother God is, but to the point I'm trying to make, man, she is submitted to the one and true God, and not these other gods and these other goddesses that are out there. The one and true God. And also, she has to be on the same journey as a man of God would be on, meaning that she's denying herself daily. She's following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of her abilities. She's praying, she's fasting, she's like I said, all that. She's doing everything that a man of God should be doing. And also, like, of course, I have to say this, like, she's abstaining from sex. Either she's a virgin already or she's born again, meaning like she's not having sex, just like how you not supposed to be having sex as a man. Like, again, man, she has to be a direct mirror of a man of God. So she has to be on the same journey as you. This may sound simple nowadays, but this rabbit hole goes deeper than you think, because there are a lot of women out there who say, I'm a woman of God, and they play the church game, and then the other 6 days of the week, they're out there doing their thing. So, like I said, man, a woman has to be submitted under God, following the law, statutes, and commandments, understand the hierarchy of the relationship, practicing abstinence, denying herself, like I said, all that, like all the qualities of a godly woman. Everything that you see about a godly woman in the Bible, she must be having these same qualities. So that definitely had to be number one. Like, she definitely has to be a woman of God, and being a woman of God is always going to be a green flag. Next is she's feminine. And we live in a world nowadays where they promote the women to always be at odds with men or always want to compete. And you hear women say that a man got to put me in my masculine or whatever like that. But that is just ridiculous. And that is not how it goes, because as a man, I'm never saying to myself that a woman has to put me in my masculine for me to be masculine. A woman should want to be feminine because it's in her innate desires to be feminine. Like, a man should never make a woman be feminine. Like, a woman should want to be feminine because she wants to be feminine. In my opinion, a woman is most beautiful when she's in her feminine. Like, I don't like these women out there that you see nowadays that talk to you like battle rappers and cursing every 2 words and calling you bro. And like I said, I don't like that type of stuff. There are men out there that like that. I'm not one of those men, but a woman is always the most beautiful when she's in her feminine. Like, when she's, like I said, cooking for you, cleaning for you, taking care of you. Like I said, all the qualities. Like, a woman is in her most beautiful when she's doing that. So that was definitely number 2 right there. She's feminine, and that is also a green flag when a woman is feminine. And next is she's nurturing. And I actually got a scripture for you guys. I'm here in 1 Kings 1:1-4. And it says, Now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he get no heat. Wherefore my servant said unto him, let there be sought for the Lord the king of a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her travish him, and let her lie in thy bosom, that thy Lord the king may get heat. So they sought for a fair damsel throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag, a Shumanite, and brought her to the king. And the damsel was very fair, and cherished the king, and ministered to him, but the king knew her not. And this goes back to what I was just talking about, because they tell women not to take care of their man, that a man could cook for himself, a man could clean for himself, and they actually shame women for doing these type of things. But again, man, being nurturing is another feminine trait that I love in a woman. Like, I was fortunate enough to grow up with both a mother and a father, and they're married to this day. And my mother always cooked for him, always cleaned his clothes, ironed. Like, my mother always did all that type of stuff. And my father always worked and provided and did all that type of stuff. So this was never ever an issue until nowadays, where they shame women for doing this. And nowadays they always talk about how man and woman should go 50-50 in a relationship. But the 50-50 that I want is the 50-50 that I just talked about, like where the woman handle all the woman stuff and the man handles all the man stuff, and they both come together and they work as one, and that's how the relationships work. So that is my definition of 50-50. But again, man, women get shamed for being nurturing and want to take care of a man. And also I want to bring up the point where women don't want to have kids because they don't want to take care of anybody else. And women are actually shamed nowadays for wanting to have kids. But meanwhile, the women of the Bible used to make fun and used to shame of the women for not having kids. So, and that just goes to show you how much time has changed. But to the point, man, a woman who is nurturing is always going to be a green flag for a man, because it shows that she's not selfish, it shows that she's caring, and it shows that she is a woman of God. So that's definitely a green flag too, man. She is nurturing. And next is a healthy diet. And I'm not only talking about the food that she puts in her body, like I'm talking about everything else that she puts in her body, like what she listens to, what she watches, and the type of people that she hangs around. Do not underestimate the influence that the world can have on a woman, because the Bible refers to the woman as being the weaker vessel. And as we can see, like, a woman is easily influenced by everything that she sees nowadays. Like, so you definitely got to be mindful of what a woman watches, what she listens to, and all that, because if a woman is always listening to these artists out there who promote having sex and drinking and smoking and partying and turning up and shaking their asses, or if they're out there consuming social media all the time, where they watching these women get these surgeries and all that type of stuff, like, she is going to eventually want to become that type of woman. And a lot of these women be under these spells because of the content that they put in their body. So definitely got to be mindful of what a woman is putting in her body. And a lot of the women that I do meet nowadays are not watching the sprinkle lady, or not watching like these other female dating coaches, or listening to Summer Walker. Real women do not consume this type of stuff. And that is not me saying that they don't listen to this every once in a while, or that a woman should only be listening to gospel all the time. But I'm saying, like, it has to be a balance, because like I said, a woman is more easily influenced by worldly things. So definitely a green flag when a woman is on a healthy diet. And next is she's modest. And they call men insecure nowadays if a man doesn't want his woman coming out the house looking like a 304. But a real modest woman has respect for herself, and a real modest woman cherishes her body, and she knows that her body is not on display for the whole world to see. So again, she's not walking out here showing her goodies to everybody and seeking attention. She's covered up, and she has respect for herself. So being modest as a woman is always going to be a green flag. And next is she has good hygiene. Believe it or not, a lot of women do not shower, or a lot of women do not clean themselves properly. Like, they are just as nasty as some of these men. Like, a lot of women just wake up, throw on some clothes, throw on the head wrap, or throw on the bonnet, and just go outside, and that's it. Like, they don't brush their teeth. They don't do none of that nowadays. And also, a lot of these women nowadays are messy. Like, you go to some of their houses or some of their rooms, like, they got clothes everywhere. They got wigs everywhere. Like, they got makeup everywhere, makeup stains on their sheets and all that type of stuff. Like, they say that demons dwell in unclean places. So if you go to a woman's house and you see everything messy and all that type of stuff, that just shows what type of woman she is, because they say that a cluttered house means a cluttered mind. So a woman who has good hygiene, meaning that she showers and cleans herself and maybe has like a skincare routine and a workout routine or a body routine that she always does, and it's also not messy, it's always going to be a green flag, because that shows that she takes care of herself. And lastly is that she is submissive. And I know a lot of people do not want to hear this word nowadays, and it's only because they don't understand what the word submissive means. Like, when you hear the word submissive, like some of these women, they think that they want you to be the woman from Coming to America or something like that, like where they tell you bark like a dog and jump up and down. Like they think that that means being submissive, that they just do everything that a man says. But being submissive just means that she's cooperative, like meaning like everything is not a battle, like everything is not a fight, like everything is not an argument, like she's just submissive. Like, again, that does not mean that it's do as I say and my way goes, my way or the highway. Like, no, that is not the case. Like, of course we want a woman with a backbone, but being submissive just means that she's cooperative or agreeable, or she's just easily to get along with. Like, that's the word I want to use. Like, she's just easily to get along with. Like, everything is not a battle, everything is not a fight, and it's not like these toxic relationships that you see on the internet nowadays where it's always tumultuous and it's always some beef or some drama. Like, being submissive just means that, like I said, like she's cooperative, like everything is cool. Like, a man doesn't have to come home after an 8, 9, or 10-hour day of work and have to come home and battle with a woman. Like, he comes home to a woman who has a smile on his face, food cooked, got the game on for him, and everything is just smooth, man. So, like I said, man, just being submissive and not a problem or a headache to that man. And as it says in Proverbs 31:12, she would do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So that wraps up the video right there, man. That is the green flags men notice about women when they are on semen retention. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video out to everybody. First, get right to the Most High. They get on Angel Time.